What's up, guys? I'm about to go and start editing the video for the engine mounts. I got the engine lowered and everything. I did notice looking at some of the footage, I got a lot of fan noise in the background. I apologize. South Georgia is hot, but like, subscribe, and let's get at it. I got the G35 on jack stands, and I need to get it off the jack stands. I'm going to slide the car back some so I can make some room. I got the cherry picker here. Pull the accessory drives off. AC compressor, everything coming off. Manifolds coming off. I'm going to suspend the engine, and that way I can kind of figure out what I'm going to do about these motor mounts. The engine mounts I have are CX Racing engine mounts. They're kind of in the way, and it sets the engine a little too high for what I'm trying to do. Intake manifolds hitting the hood, alternators hitting the hood, and they're kind of in the way for the turbo goodies I want to build on that passenger side of the engine bay and run everything back out into a regular exhaust instead of through the hood like everybody else is doing. I want to be able to street this car and just get in and drive it. So for that to happen, I got to make some room over there and fix this engine mount situation. I'm going to put you down, get to work, and see what I can figure out. So.
It's Balik.
Alright, let me cut this fan off. Whew. So, now that that's out of the way, I got the accessories off, and I'm going to show you how much room I actually have in this whole situation. You can see the mounts a little bit better now. See how high it sits, the pedestal here, so high. That's got to come way down. Same over here, plus it cuts right across this space I have here. You know, these lines are going to be gone. That bracket over there is going to be gone. So this is going to be a smooth tunnel all the way back. And the plan, if everything goes well, so I'm going to take this, we're going to come down and then up to the bolting, the mounting point here. So it's going to be like a L, more of an L than what this is. So I'm going to get rid of all this. I'm going to make 2 L brackets that bolts to the stock location, and it'll swing that out of my way. I think that'll work out real nice. Like I said, the fuel lines, that bracket, all that stuff's going to be gone. It's going to be nice and smooth through here. So we should be able to bring our exhaust in to the turbo right about here, and then back out and be able to snake it up and around. As far as over here, this is going to be just, you know, same deal. It's not for space saving. It's just more for getting the engine down. Right now, I'll probably just run this mount straight over to the mounting point whenever I get it where it needs to be, just simplify the whole situation. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as getting it done today, I gotta stop right here. I'll pick this video up hopefully tomorrow and try to get to work on it some tomorrow. My wife called, I gotta pick my kids up from school, so daddy duties. So with that all said, I'll see you in a little bit. Alright guys, day 2, trying to get this motor lowered down the engine bay, and we just got home from a football game. So Friday night, I'm here in the shop doing what I do. I'm gonna get a jack under this thing, go ahead and take the mounts loose, swing them down where I want them, lower the engine where I want it, make some marks. We're gonna cut the mounts that I already have and weld some plate onto them and try to get this engine down as far as we can. As soon as we get the engine down and level, I can slide it back on those plates that are already there. They have multiple holes on them, so that'll work out fine. So, cue the montage, let's get to work.
It's Balik.
Alright guys, so here's the mounts. I got them out. I got my driver's side, passenger side. What I did is I went and held this on the mounting surface in the car, right where this flange would have originally been. Alright, so it would have ran in the car this way. I want to tilt it here and drop it down. So what I wind up finding is when I pulled my tape on it and butted this square against this piece of plate and measured up to the center hole on the mount that's on the engine, it was exactly 5 inches. All right, so for this side, it's gonna be 5 inches. Now if you look, these are slightly different. So what I'll do is I'll measure down 5 inches, make my mark, and then I'm gonna cut this square. I'm gonna measure down 5 inches, make my mark. Then I'm gonna measure from that mark to here, and I'm gonna take that much off of this one. Does that make sense? Because these are different lengths, I wanna lower both mounts the same. Whatever I cut off of this one, I have to cut off of this one. So my 5 inches, make a square mark, take this measurement, make a square mark, and take the same off of that. And in theory, that should work. I'm gonna go double check my measurements on this side, just so I can kind of have a rough estimate between here and the cut mark, and I'll be right back.
It's Balik.
All right, so this is what I've come up with, and I'm about to start welding, but I wanted you to see it first, so you kind of see the action that I got. This is gonna hang on the block. It's gonna hang straight up and down, right? I'm gonna find my mounting point as far as where this hole goes, drill this hole, I'm gonna bolt it down. What's gonna happen is it's gonna be able to pivot inside of here once I figure out right where I want it, so this can hang perfectly vertical. I'll tack weld it, and once I tack weld it, I come in and weld it on either side of this plate. Now I'm looking at the way CX Racing did theirs, now how they welded it all the way around. I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to weld inside this flange as well and make it really, really solid. So all that's going to wind up getting welded, and the underside's going to get welded. So don't think that it's not going to be as strong. So I'm going to get that done. Let me get that bolted in, and see how it looks. All right, guys. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I've got one mount pretty much done. I'm gonna show you that in a second. Here's the driver's side mount. My cutting wheels wore out. I don't have another cutting wheel. Whenever I went to the store, all I bought was flat disc and didn't think to buy another cutting wheel. I don't know why I thought I had an extra one, but this is where I'm at. As you can see, I've got everything marked out. Ready to rock and roll on that. All right. And I'm not sure if you can be able to see this. I know I got a flashlight on this thing somewhere. Holy crap, where's my flashlight? Here, this will work. And over here, this has already been finished, like pretty much welded. That's a 3-inch pipe sitting there. I mean, with a 3-inch pipe sitting there, you can still see how much room I actually have. Now it gets a little tight once it starts getting around the transmission, but I flipped the manifold over just to have a little fun, see what my options were. But that's a 3-inch exhaust pipe. This is a 2.5-inch pipe. And with them stacked on top of each other, I mean, I'm gonna have plenty of room to run some turbo stuff. All those lines you see back there, like I said before, are gonna be gone. So I'm gonna call it quits. It's late. I can't really go any further. For some reason, my control valve on my welder is leaking and it just stays open. So I have to keep cutting my bottle on and off whenever I'm welding. I don't know what's going on with that. Cutting wheel, I'm out of cutting wheel, so I'm gonna get back at it tomorrow night. It'll be day 3 on the motor mount saga. See you in a little bit. All right, so I know I did a lot off camera, just finishing up the mounts. I've got the engine right where I want it to sit. I know I got the fans on. If you can hear it, I apologize. I got the engine right where I want it to sit. It's down a little bit lower. The bell housing for the 460E clears, so I know the Turbo 400 is going to clear because it's a little more sloped back there and a little smaller bell housing. Also, when I cut that bell housing off and put an SFI rated bell housing on that transmission, it's going to fit. But I want the engine to slide back a little further. So since I wanted to slide back a little further, I have some other issues I'm running into. Once you change one thing, something else winds up running in your way. So what I've got here, if you look, I don't know if you can see it, but there's the mounts. All right, they're pretty much done. All right, the problem now is, let me see, get back in there and see. The oil pin's going to hit the cross member once I slide the motor back. I've got enough room where the bell housing is, but this CX Racing fan is just not happy about it. So I'm going to either have to cut that back section off and weld another piece there and close it up, or I'm going to have to get a different pan, which sucks because I got this one at a really good deal, good price. Those mounts worked out good though. I got tons of room over here, and I've got even more room over here. I mean, I've got room for days over here. But that's gonna help me out with my little turbo situation I'm gonna wanna do on this side. So, right now, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the video there. As always, God bless, be safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
It's Balik.
GoPro, stop recording.